I've been meaning to do this showcase for a hot minute. Today we're going to be showing off the free-to-play SR Sue in VE Tower. Now she is not necessarily the best option when it comes to VE Tower, but she definitely has some attributes and traits that make her a good fit for a VE Tower team, especially if you're a newer player and lacking units and trying to get a high score. So as you can see, I do have her level 110, not quite level 120 yet, because I'm missing some pieces for her on her DX board. Let me show you guys the boards real quick. So on her basic route, she's up to board 11. I don't have her board 13 yet. I'm not going to invest in SR characters as heavily as I do in UR characters, and you do have to make that choice a lot of times, like do I invest in an SR or do I invest in a UR? I don't necessarily recommend investing in this character unless, like I said, you don't have a lot of UR characters in the game, because in that case she's actually fairly decent when it comes to VE Tower. But for the basic route, up to board 11, and then on the DX piece route, I'm getting pretty close to being done here. I will get up to level 120 if I just get 20 more pieces for her. And then I need another 80 pieces here to finish this square for all stats up. And then after that, I already have the last copy of this Sue ready to go, so I could fully DX her if I wanted to go buy the pieces. I just haven't done that yet. I would rather spend my resources somewhere else, okay? But overall, she is pretty leveled up for an SR character. I think we're going to see a good showing from her. As far as the advanced leveling goes here with the HP, power, and speed, I did not use any advanced leveling items on her because, once again, I'd rather put those on other characters. However, let's talk about what she does. So her plus ultra move is called F2P Kick. It is a single target attack that decreases the opponent's power. That's okay. Her action skill 1 also decreases the opponent's skill impact, so that's a technical hit. And then here's the big thing that actually makes her good though. Look at the skill cooldown time. She has a 3-turn cooldown on skill 1, which allows you to slot her into pretty much any VE Tower team. It makes her really, really good. And then her action skill 2 cancels a status element of all allies, which could potentially be decent in VE Tower. I don't think you'll use that a whole lot though. But then it also gives the character the ability to hide for 3 turns, meaning hopefully she won't get targeted and die. And this also has a cooldown time of 4, so really good cooldowns on an SR character. Anytime you see a 3-turn cooldown on an SR character, that automatically makes that SR character somewhat viable and decent. Her first auto skill is called a Frog Specialties. It increases character's power by 30% when hiding, so she gets stronger. Also, once per battle, it will regenerate her HP by 10% when she drops below 50% for 3 turns. And then the second auto skill is called Splendid Tact. This part is the really good part about her kit. Increases plus ultra gauge of all mine type allies by 20% when battle starts. So you could run this Sue potentially with the new Celebration Todoroki, who's a very good VE Tower unit, and you would increase her plus ultra gauge as well as his. Now right now with the team I'm running her on, she is the only mine type unit on the main slot, so she's only going to give 20% plus ultra gauge to herself, but that's still a nice thing to have. Also, once per battle, when her HP increases plus ultra gauge by 25%, if I could speak correctly, I apologize, when her HP is below 50%. Okay, so that's not really going to help you a ton in VE Tower, but it's there, so it's just a nice thing to potentially have if you want it. As for EX skills, I would recommend getting a EX skill that increases the rate at which the plus ultra gauge is raised. As you can see right here, I have one that increases my plus ultra gauge by a flat 17% at the start of battle. That's not as good as what you could have on her, but once again, I'm not going to waste helmets and stuff on an SR character. So once again, I'll just say it again, do not invest in this Sue too heavily if you have been playing for a while. If you're a newer player and you lack VE Tower units, then I might invest in her and at least get her up to like where I have her right here, because she's fairly decent. We're going to be taking on floor 2 of the Eraser stage. I am running Uraraka and Night Eye with her. Let's see how this goes. So this stage is interesting. It's going to be a little bit harder to run Sue on this team as opposed to maybe other characters, because she does not have status elements, right? So we are completely relying on Night Eye and Uraraka to get their stuns and to do the status elements. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to use the plus ultra here. We're going to use this, which has a 5-turn cooldown, but it has a good chance of stunning. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to use this, which has a 3-turn cooldown. Hopefully we stun both Aizawa and All Might, but sometimes you don't, and it's rough, and you just have to reset the run. We did stun both, so that actually worked out really well for us. And now we plus ultra with our Uraraka, and it's looking like a pretty good run, right? Now, the only thing that can make this run better, once again, is if Sue got her plus ultra right here. How would you do that? You need the special EX skill I was talking about that raises her plus ultra gauge by 30% faster. So that's what you would need. For now, we're just going to go for like it's not going to be a perfect clear, but like a 4 to 5 turn clear with this character, which is still decent. All right, so we're going to go ahead and try to kill Aizawa. 30,000 is good. We got another stun. That is 3 status elements already taken care of. So like even having Sue on this team with no status elements, it's still working out all right, as you can see. Now we're going to kill Aizawa, hopefully stun All Might, and be able to do some decent damage to All Might. We did stun him. Beautiful. And you can see Sue is keeping up in damage too. That multi-hit with her tongue is really nice. For an SR character to have a multi-hit like that, it's actually pretty good. And this is turn 4, I believe, so we're going to go ahead and do all of our plus ultras. Let's see how her plus ultra compares in damage to the others. So we'll go ahead and skip that. 53,000, pretty good damage. 41,000, and now let's see Sue's plus ultra animation. So this is the SR Sue's plus ultra animation. Not anything too crazy, right? She just steps on their face, but 63,000 damage. Yo, she out-damaged both of our URs, right? That's pretty dang good. That's pretty dang good. We almost got a 4-turn clear too. That would have been a almost perfect 4-turn clear with the exception of missing a plus ultra, but we will get a 5-turn clear here, which is good. So you can see the cooldowns coming in clutch with her too. It's all working out really, really well. And All Might is dead. So let's see what our overall score here is at the end. 5-turn clear, honestly, that's not bad. That's not bad. The ideal optimal clear for the Eraser Stage 4-2 is a 4-turn clear. And as you can see, we would have had the crits. We would have had the crits without that turn 5. So we had 20 crits. We had the technicals. We were 1 off the plus ultra. We got all the status elements. And we had our 10 skill chain. That's honestly a respectable score right there. So the SR Sue, free-to-play Sue, that is a free-to-play character, is actually very, very good in VE Tower, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. As far as PvP goes, I'm not going to be showcasing her in that because I'm not suicidal. It's not going to work. She doesn't have speed. She's not built for it, right? But as far as VE Tower goes, this is actually a really good use for this character. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider going down there, hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button if you guys are new to the channel. I would appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for watching and supporting the channel. Peace.